Hi everybody, I'm Steve Hoberman, and I'm the conference chair for Data Modeling Zone. And I was recently on vacation, and the whole time, it was a cruise actually, the whole time in between the buffets and what we were seeing on the cruise, I just kept thinking about Data Modeling Zone. Only a few months away, I kept telling myself, October 8th through 10th, I can't wait for it to come. I had so much fun last year. I don't know how many of you were at Data Modeling Zone 2012, but it was really a lot of fun. We had a great time. We learned a lot. We met a lot of people. The conference was actually organized originally just for me, actually. I'm a data modeler, and started thinking, okay, if I go to a conference, what kind of topics do I want to hear just related to data modeling? We came up with a whole bunch of sessions over 3 days, and what really surprised me is we attracted people not just from the Baltimore area, which I thought we originally attract, from Baltimore, DC, Philly, New York, New Jersey, but from the whole world, from all over the US, from Australia, India, Philippines. We had a really very broad group of people attending, which was wonderful. And a lot of the sessions had standing room only, which was great to see. I'm going to share with you some quotes. I got so much nice feedback about the conference, and I'm not going to, of course, read the feedback, but as you read these quotes, you'll see that they have a common theme. It's all about learning a lot of new techniques. It's all about networking. It's all about having a bunch of people who have something in common with each other. They all practice data modeling, get together and share what they know. It's about passion. And even John Giles, who came all the way from Australia, said this is the best conference he's ever attended. And this year's conference is going to be a lot like last year's. We're going to do a similar format of early morning sessions, half-day sessions, 1-hour sessions. A lot of the early morning sessions are going to be special interest groups. And this year we have special interest groups in areas like healthcare, finance, government. And we also have special interest groups in a lot of the modeling tools out there like Irwin, Studio, and Power Designer. The conference is at the same location as last year at the Pier 5 Hotel in Baltimore. It's a boutique hotel, really neat character. And one of the things they do is at 5 o'clock, all the work stops, and we get together and we have what's known as a crabby hour, where the hotel brings in all these different local beers from the area and crabs, and talks about crabs and beers, and I don't know what they talk about, but just kind of a fun networking hour. And then also, it's not a very large conference, DMZ. If we hit 150 people, that's a pretty big size. We're not aiming for 800 or 900, and we like it that way. We like to keep it a nice small group of data modeling professionals. And Baltimore, by the way, where we're having the conferences here, is a really fun town. I don't know how many of you have been to Baltimore, but they have great restaurants and clubs and a nice area to walk and jog. It's right on the water. What's different about this year than last year? Well, just like last year, we have 50 sessions. This year, we have 50 brand new sessions. And what's interesting, too, is a lot of the people who submitted topics for the conference are practitioners. So almost half of the sessions we have are people who are not consultants. They're actually data modelers and organizations who want to share what worked and what didn't work in their organization, which I think is just fabulous. We also have a lot of international speakers. So we have speakers coming in from Sweden and England and the Netherlands and other countries who are going to speak on different topics. And we also, just like last year, we look to find what's new out there and what can we explain to modelers this year that's coming up. So of course, big data is definitely a topic that's still very much in the limelight. We're going to have some sessions on modeling big data and NoSQL. Also, the focus of the conference has changed. Last year, the focus was on data modeling, ING at the end, which was, let's get a whole bunch of topics to help us do data modeling better. Where this year it's broader, it's really on the data modeler, the person doing the modeling. So we have also a whole bunch of sessions on how to do modeling, but in addition, we also have a whole bunch of sessions on things that the modeler needs to know. Not just modeling, but maybe negotiating or facilitation or business analysis skills. We also have a lot of networking opportunities like last year, but this year we also have a whole casino we're bringing in, which should be a lot of fun. And there's an event, a counterpart event in Europe, Data Modeling Zone Europe, that's happening a few weeks prior. And we're able to leverage some of the sessions. So when there was a really neat topic proposed for Data Modeling Zone Europe, I started thinking, well, why don't we bring this over for Data Modeling Zone US here in Baltimore? So you'll see some sessions like Lars Rönnbäck's Anchor Modeling session and Rick Vanderland's NoSQL and visualization sessions that we brought over here. DataModelingZone.com, full program. Top 10 reasons to be at DMZ. You'll learn new stuff. You'll learn new modeling techniques. Michael Blaha has a new UML book coming out in the fall, and he's going to be talking for a half day on mastering UML. Dan Linstedt, who invented the Data Vault, is going to come and talk about Data Vault 2.0 and big data. Lars Rönnbäck, who invented anchor modeling, is going to talk about anchor modeling for half a day. He's coming all the way from Sweden to speak. We have a number of sessions on how do you model big data and NoSQL. Rick Vanderland is coming all the way from the Netherlands to talk about visualization and modeling NoSQL. Over a dozen special interest groups. It's a good reason to be at DMZ. Those that represent industries like finance and healthcare, government, and certain technologies like big data and ER Studio, Irwin, Power Designer. We have different SIGs in each of those. We actually invited a professional arbitrator from the Washington, D.C. area to come and talk for half a day on conflict management and negotiating. A data modeler needs to know these techniques, especially in areas where they're working with Agile, and anytime there's an attempt to circumvent process, we need to know how to deal with that, and he's going to show us how. We have a number of sessions that focus on the big picture, like the data warehouse and how to get a greater return on investment on your warehouse. A number of sessions on dimensional modeling. Artie Mahal's talking for half a day on facilitation. So how can a data modeler improve their facilitation skills? For example, like in walking through a data model. A number of sessions on patterns. So the more you do data modeling, the more you realize you've kind of seen it all before, and maybe you can put in these clumps in your projects to save time. Lessons learned, we have someone speaking on a big project they did on data integration and what went well and what didn't go so well. And we also have someone speaking from a telecom company who was the only data modeler there. And there's over 50 developers, and she talks about what she does to get high quality models produced there. So these are just 10 of the reasons. There are more as well. Plus, if you register now, you get a free copy of Data Modeling Theory and Practice. The hotels are filling up quickly, and it's a small hotel, so you want to call and book your room soon. Register at datamodelingzone.com. So, should you attend Data Modeling Zone this year? I asked the Data Modeling Magic 8-Ball, and it says no doubt about it. So, I hope to see you at Data Modeling Zone. Thank you very much.